Hershey. Where's Obi? Obi, bring it in. Come on in. How do you know you're in the good old days? You really don't. I made a terrible mistake this morning. It is like 43 degrees. Um, I was sick, but everyone who knows anything knows that being cold really doesn't correlate with being sick. Being cold is just being cold. So, but it's windy on this lake, and the lake is like basically sending its cold, brisk air. This dog just went in the water. Like 43-degree temperature. Anyway, dang man, yeah. Heard that Nike allegedly firing people for some trumped up charges. Allegedly, I don't really know how true that is, but that's messed up, man. I like Nike, so it's gonna be real hard having to it's like a childhood thing, really. It's a good thing I didn't bring my fishing rod either because I can't imagine like catching a fish with these hands in this type of weather. Yeah, it says 43 degrees in the sun, though, but it's probably 43 degrees in the sun. So, where do these dogs keep on disappearing to? Hey, hey, too far. They're not even a year yet. They're around like 9 months, 10 months, 9 months. But yeah, things change so fast too that it's kind of ridiculous. Things change so fast, it's kind of ridiculous. It's to the point where it's like, how do you even know to enjoy the moment you are in right now? I mean, you can be present, like mindfulness type stuff, but like, how do you know, like, you're really in the good, like, the good times? And, these things change. There's always, like, historical events or markers that can be like, okay, that was a good experience. But sometimes you never know. I gotta walk around. It is kind of frigid, and this thing that I'm holding isn't helping. Look at this dog. Oh my gosh. How did you? How did you end up? Obi, how did you get up there? Wow. Such a goofy dog. I'd like to see him get there, go there. I mean, I know how he did it, but like they're really in the water too. I wish we could be like them, right? They're really just like enjoying their lives. Hey, come here. Obi. Good girl. Obi, come here. Obi, come here, please. Obi, please come here. Oh no, he got a problem. Anyway, he just pooped. Fish. All right, go. Go. It was like the good times too, where people just kind of everyone say they do it, but I don't know. I don't really. It's kind of hard to actually because you always find yourself having to, especially if you're just trying to like create a mark like in this world. You have to figure out how do you like. You gotta pick up your fishing lines, people. How do you like create your part in history? Do your part in history. There you go. Because everybody's like, well, they don't um they don't really live for other people. But I've said it before and I'll say it again. That's impossible because everything you do now, you might not be living for me. You might not be living for Tom, Dick, and Harry, but you are. Oh, this shit is wild. Whoa, it's cold over there. You can really feel the temperature like dropping fast. And you don't live for yourself, and the people who you value have some type of interaction in the conscious decisions you make. So it's like, how do you say that you don't do anything for clout? Because you're trying to impress somebody. Comment down below if I'm wrong, but you always trying to impress somebody, even when you say you're not trying to impress somebody. Because it's like if you value a relationship or anything, it's going to require some type of change from you. Obi, too far. Obi, come here. You never know when you're stepping in the anthill. And I didn't wear the galoshes, so. Anyway, you never know. Oh, I ain't call you. I didn't call you, Hershey. Get out of here. Go. I didn't call you. You're so greedy. Go. I have no food, Hershey. What's wrong with you? All right, fine. Hershey. Good boy. Good job, Obi. Go. Get out of here. Hey, Hershey. It's okay. All right, what you guys go run around you doing? Go. Go. Dang, I forgot what I was saying now because you done distracted me beyond. Anyway, golly. These hoes are aggressive. Ain't no more food. Ain't no more food, girl. Um, yeah. I mean, I'm aware of that. There's nothing wrong with it. But you are living to impress someone. Even when you say you're not. Your identity really is constructed off of the things you value and like people you value. Can you imagine if you would have to like live by yourself and like some type of like a hermit? You would literally like go crazy. I think that's why people go crazy when they don't have like friends or anything like that, because they don't even know who they are. And then it's always like a identity issue. It's like when you change your friendship or you change your lifestyle, and then you have to kind of find new friends. Some people go crazy just trying to get through that process. I mean, I wish I brought a garbage bag for this. All of these fishing line, because it's like there's so much space to go, right? But the dogs are only gonna hang out around where people left their bird nest. Ridiculous. You can't even concentrate when you have these two around. Wow. Okay, are you done, Obi? Are you done? Are you done? Are you finished? Nope. You okay? Anyway, I don't even know. Look, I got something for you guys. Look. Here. Oh, yeah, right? Food, go. 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 Go get it. Yeah, you. Kind of slow. Look at it. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. And then it's like in a world where people just keep on saying that, like, they do their own thing. And I'm like, that's literally impossible. The fact that social media is so popular kind of contradicts any type of self-identifying. Because, like, all right, even when before there were things like the internet, like, you'll be defined by your neighborhood. So, you'd be affiliated with a certain type of lifestyle, certain things in your neighborhood, a certain type of culture. And it's like, where does that come from? It ain't your parents. You know what I mean? It's from people around you. I kind of just feel like everyone lives in this weird bubble where it's like, it's a thing to just say that, and I ain't mad at it. I'm really not. I just think that, we're kind of getting sucked into this conscious thought of just like supreme superiority complex, even though, but on like an individual scale, so people come my hand and he's like, oh, so, because you guys watch my channel and I do things like firearms and watches and knives, and honestly, some videos don't really do anything, but it's just something I enjoy, and then I don't really like go into it as deep as I can because I kind of liked my personal preferences. I kind of like the old school YouTube where it's just completely like DIY in your basement, like things that I feel like I can do. I used to see videos people shooting in their backyard. That's kind of what got me into the whole gun things, because I was like, gun ranges is cool and all, but like, certain people you see, they go online and they wake up in the morning and they go and they shoot off firearms or whatever, and they nearly die because what they're doing is just so dangerous. I'm not saying that I want to do that specifically, but it's like there's people out there taking risks that are kind of, I mean, it's still like clout chasing, because putting yourself in danger to impress people you don't know is still kind of weird. But at least I felt like they were kind of creative in the sense like, yo, I'm just so excited about what I'm doing that that I want to share it with like complete strangers. There's something about that just honorable to me. Like, man, they're not really trying to impress me, but they're just like, they're fishing really. They're doing something, they're sending it out there to the world, and then they're like, yo, what do y'all think, right? I'm not a professional, this ain't like Cinemax or HBO production, but it's kind of like there was this dude online, I remember, man, and he used to be doing some ratchet stuff every Friday night. And it wasn't good in any side, but it was kind of good to be alive during that time to experience it. It was like BBC broadcasting. No, it was like public broadcasting, like PBS. And he was just going online and he'll just be doing like, that's before TikTok and the mindlessness really did exist, but he was just out there being crazy. I forget his name though. And he was like just doing little skits, low budget, and it was funny, and it felt like something that you could do. Nowadays, everybody gotta be so, hey, Obi, privacy, bro, really? Dang, can't even use the bathroom. Anyway, what was I saying? Dang, man, I didn't call you Hershey. I said Obi. Hershey, go. Get out of here. You gotta like bribe them every 5 minutes or so. What you didn't see is I like put food in my hand and I'm like basically tossing the food so that they'll leave me alone. Where's Obi? Oh my gosh. Look, see? Go. I'm supposed to be training them, but they haven't been out like in a while because I wasn't feeling too good. So, like, not good enough to do this, like walk around outside. So, I kind of like to bring them back in that process of just knowing that this is my walk and I'm controlling it. Anyway, so good old days. I think something like along the lines, like people doing whatever they needed to do, like, and it was just more about, it was clout, but it wasn't the same kind of clout. Like they were just doing it because they're like, dude, this is how I feel about something. This is what I want to do, and this is how I want to present it to you, like it or not. Nowadays, if you put out something and people don't like it, they all of a sudden got like a real like. It's not even like constructive criticism. It's more just like belittling. So you can't do something without someone trying to make you feel bad for doing it. You can't really have an opinion or express an opinion without people being offended, or really people being offended, because that's the only ones that really complain the most about anything, really. So and even if not, I think like cognitively, like on in face, like for face value, they'll say things like, they ain't no hater or whatever the case may be. But like the minute the camera goes off, and this is as old as time, everyone has an opinion. As soon as the camera goes off, everyone's like, oh, this is how I really feel. Oh, if you really knew how I really feel about this person, or if you understood how this person really felt about you, you really want to be their friend. And I'm like, damn, like I don't want to be your friend either, because at the end of the day too, but that's another conversation. The fact of the matter is, we encourage these people because even if they're not like nice people or good folks, they might have more influence, and then a lot of people feel like they have to support them, and that's kind of a dangerous place to be. Because then you kind of put people who, just because they're on a wave, they kind of get elevated to a position of, I guess, power. Oh my gosh. See? Look, go. Like, feed them birds or something. Yeah, they get elevated to the position where it just feel like, and then it kind of stops other people from really, who might have like a unique personality, but they kind of don't want to do it because they feel like they're kind of in a competition with other people. And we should have went to the other side because there isn't a freaking lake there. But then there's always like a flood. And I remember the last time it rained. And then you got some people over here. Sometimes the dogs will run into other people's property. And I really don't care, in the sense that, if they get violated for trespassing, I'm like, well, you shouldn't be trespassing. But at the same time, they're kind of expensive. So it becomes a thing sort of like, do you really want to, like, I threw a whole bunch of food. Look, go further. You guys tired already? I think I gotta walk around so that they can start running around again. Annoying. That was so annoying. Maybe I'm constantly losing my train of thought because of you guys. It's ridiculous. What was I saying now? Man. See, that's how you get them all worked up. It's this house right here, really. They don't know my dogs, but they kind of don't like them. And I ain't mad at them, because random dogs running on my property would be kind of annoying too. And it's really Obi. Obi's the only one that does that. Hershey tends to stay closer to me. Yeah, anyway, I got it. I just wish people would be a little bit more authentic, because it's kind of getting annoying. It's kind of getting annoying. And this might be a little bit controversial to say, to all one of you watching, but I'm like, everything you do is for clout. I can't get past that. It's like everyone presents things the same way. That's how you know. No one's really doing anything like off the grid unique. Not that I know. Like, the very concept isn't a parameter of what's given to you so that you can become like conform to what society wants from you. Oh, I leave the leash. Dang it, I left the leash. So there's nothing wrong with it. It's kind of built into like our brains. Like, we follow rules. Like, that's just how society is. So at the end of the day, someone gives something to you, and they're like, all right, well, this is what I want you to present. This is what you're allowed to present. X, Y, and Z. At some capacity, that's still considered like a fashion of like clout, because they're basically telling you how they want their information presented, and you kind of have to work within the parameters of that. You kind of have to remove. I'm not remove. You kind of got to deal with all that. Hey, Now they biting each other. And if we were more transparent about it, I think we'll be in a better place. We'll be more able to help people too. You know, everyone's like the gangsters and they're thugs and you know, they do all these things and they don't play. It's all a joke. Kind of annoying. It's kind of like you don't want to deal with people either because it's like, I wish you guys could bring me the leash instead of just running to it. I don't have food, and not right now. So don't leave outside. I should have bought a scarf. It is kind of cold. Anyway, yeah. And it's like it's progressively getting worse as time progresses. Isn't it me? like, like everybody's like some type of celebrity or influencer, and that's a fact actually. Regardless of social media, even if it's one person, everyone is in fact influence someone, even if it's like a little bit. But it's just the quality of the people that are there. You know, they're kind of framed around their fans. Not so much what they do, it's what their fans say about them. Like, you've seen people and you're like, man, there's a lot of cool people that like this person, but maybe they see like flaws in themselves and they're like, yeah, I just want to see that person make it to another level. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But then at the same time, your supporters aren't really like, and that's another thing we don't get anymore. Your supporters kind of aren't bringing you back home. Like telling you like, yo, you're kind of full of it right now, bro. You need to like step back and reevaluate the situation because you might be feeling yourself a little bit too much. You don't even get that with like regular friends. Like, do people even have regular friends anymore? We don't even know. Like, honest friends, not friends that do stuff for you and you be like, oh, well, they support me. Because it's kind of still like a borderline groupie type stuff. I'm talking about people who will sit here and be like, that was a terrible idea. You are a terrible person for that. You're probably going to hell. You need to change your lifestyle. You don't even get that. You don't even get that anymore. Everyone's always wary about if someone's trying to use them. Who cares? That is life. Life is being used by people. It's sad to say, and it's hard to believe, but that's how life is. You know, it's in our brains. We're programmed to do these things. Don't go. Don't do it. Hey, Hershey. Hershey. Come here. Don't do it. Come here. Come here. Hershey. Obi. Let's go. No. The only way to really get around this is to just come here. Keep on going. It's not that bad, right, guys? Dogs can make it through. I can't do it. I'm walking around. That dog really just, he really just slipped. This tree has been down for like 2 years. You know what they HOA fees? Talk about sucker. I feel like a sucker. I pay fees for these people to kind of maintain all of this. And they still got me out here going through tree lines. Oh, we need to go fishing here, y'all. What? Pretty sure there's a beast in here. The water's, it's like it's clear, but it's not. It's like green. Anyway, I'm coming, guys. Relax. I don't know why I've never seen that. I've never seen the water at levels that high, actually. Going to the tennis court. Nope, to the right. There you go. yeah, more encouraging, kind of creating a better future for like children. No one's thinking about the kids these days. I don't think anyone's thinking about us when we were children. Not us meaning you guys, but me and the people in my age group. Because in a lot, it's like there's a lot of new money in the system, but it's not like quality. Like things that will outlast time. And you don't really know, but you could just be one of those folks that reflect on the stupidity of your time and then be like, man, that was dumb. So how do you know? How do you know the quality? No. Hey, come here. Damn it, to hell. Come here. Obi. Hershey, come here. Come here, good girl, come. Come on. Good job, huh? You forgot you guys are like puppies, right? And these, where you at? Okay. Come on. I'm about to get straight up caught up in some. There's some big dogs in this neighborhood too. I don't really like walking around here because it's like other people do what I do, like walk with their dogs off the leash, and it could be kind of annoying. But I'm gonna do it anyway. They don't want us to walk with our dogs off the leash, off their leashes, but we gonna do it anyway. Forgot my AirPods. It's too low. Good old days. There we go. The stick is kind of heavy. Here you go. Be busy somewhere. All right, we're away from the lake. It's a little bit warmer. It's a tennis court. It's an abandoned tennis court. Go. You afraid of Obi? Man, that dog's ridiculous. Anyway, so my thing was, like I was saying, like, how do we know we're in the good old days? You just never really do know. And it's kind of for you to kind of appreciate the good times that are happening today. But you know, if you get anything from this video, it would be kind of to kind of look past all that stuff. Even though, you know, I might say you're kind of shaped by your environment, that doesn't, you're shaped by it, but it don't define you, if that makes any sense. So you can still like be an individual, but use your circumstances to kind of come up, but don't use it to at the same time bring people down, because I feel like that's a big thing right now. And I've been probably guilty of it too, because you never really know when you're doing it. It's sort of those things you fall into the category like, all right, you know, everything we do, for me though, and that's all I really know. And I'm not like money driven, but if I don't really see any type of financial gain in it, it doesn't really make any sense to invest too much of my time, because time is money. And when you invest your time in something that has no return, you know, especially if it's in the pursuit of like, I want to say content, but kind of impressing other people. You know, a lot of people are like, okay, well, I don't do things to impress other people. Bullshit. I have a decent amount of firearms, not because I'm trying to impress people, but, you know, it is something to talk about. And it kind of gives you, hold on. It kind of gives you like a social advantage, like, oh, hey man, this is what I do. I'm into, so like, when I tell people I'm a geologist, people like a black geologist, never heard of that. You know, like, I'm not in the pursuit of a degree to impress anyone. It was something that kind of just fell in my lap, but, see, already. I wish I had like a better tree. Look, hey, go away. Let me give him a little bit more. Let's keep him a little bit more busy. A little more busy. No. but you know, it's sort of a good selling point, and then you end up working with that because it is interesting, but you never seen any I never seen any real public. It was something that I wanted privately, and something that people appreciate. It doesn't matter though. The point is that um, you know, you got to find this balance, and it's not always easy. We can do it. I know we can. But there's just a lot of muck you got to get through in order to kind of make it really. It is much warmer over here. I ain't gonna sit here and lie to you. In fact, it's kind of hot. Um, Still 43 degrees, but I'm thinking that it's like an overall temperature. No, Hershey, go back. Go back. I don't have any more. Go back. Really? You know, I mean, that's another thing when you have dogs. It's always like, I feel like I'm always bribing dogs. I don't ever feel like the love is genuine. I feel like I'm always bribing dogs. Anyway, and then they're like, what do you do for a living and how do you work? I work all the time. No one. Yeah, I did. Hey, guys, go away. Okay? Stop coming over here. You're not welcomed. I did. A little bit. It's not an everyday thing, but I'm trying to figure out ways that it could work for me, because what I did notice is that in the current climate, this generation of employment isn't the old school way. So just getting a degree, if you get a degree in anything, I think it's important that you find it's just something that you can make money independently of a corporation or a company, because um, lately things really aren't guaranteed, and a lot of people are definitely doing remote and contracting jobs. So if your degree, you really can't do that, and you're not like mobile enough to take jobs or create jobs for yourself, that is, you gotta have to, it's gonna be kind of hard for you to thrive unless you're doing something, even computer programming. I know a couple of people doing computer programming, and the jobs that they want to get just really don't pay, not enough for them to dedicate the rest of their life. That's a, like I said, that's a new generation, that's a generational thing, or a new thing for this generation, you know, where you kind of value your time. So to take it and donate it to one company for around 75K a year kind of defeats the purpose, because it's like there's just so many opportunities for you to make money without a degree. So when you invest money in a degree, guys, go away. What happened to all the food that I threw? This is poop bags. You can't eat that. Look. There you go. Anyway, you got to be real specific and careful nowadays, because college getting a degree, when I was going to school, I already knew getting a degree was already kind of a Ponzi scheme. You know, a lot of people who own these schools don't even have degrees themselves, but they're making a lot of money off of students who kind of want to just have a better quality of life. So look, go. Oh wow. So you got kind of have to be smart about anything you really, any endeavor or project you kind of put on yourself, and then you got to. It's also difficult to meet people who are willing to share or mentor you with the information you need to prosper, because everything has a dollar sign, and everyone always looking at it, even if they say they don't. They'll support people who have money or have influence or have a certain characteristic where they feel like they could financially benefit from. So I know some folks will sit here and be like, "Oh, when I seen this such and such, I knew that they were gonna be great," or whatever the case may be. Nah, you saw money, B. It's all right. It's cool. Like when I saw them, I saw someone that could make. I saw a come up. Now I might not benefit from that immediately, but the chance, like I said, it's like fishing. The chance of you financially benefiting off of someone else is just so alluring that sometimes people find themselves, even if they don't in the beginning, it never started, it didn't start like that. It always tends to develop like that. It won't necessarily end like it, because there's a lot of good people out there. In fact, I'm gonna go on that ledge and say, Obi, get out of here. Go, Obi. Go run around. No, not this way. Run around another way. Guys, oh my gosh. All right. Yeet. You guys are terrible hunting dogs. Terrible at your job. A raccoon would have smelled that like a mile away. Hey, what's I saying that? Dang, man, these dogs are ridiculous. Guys, it's all the way over there. Obi, come on, go ahead, boy. Let's look. We're gonna walk to the where the food is. You smell it now? You smell it. Anyway, and it won't develop like that. And people, I genuinely think, I genuinely think that majority of people are good. I don't really care what anyone says. Like, they have good intentions, unless you're like a serial killer or something's mentally wrong with you. Majority of people come off with good intentions. It might not be received at the moment as a good intention, but for the most part, for them, they might consider it like a positive thing. So, you know, I don't necessarily consider someone looking at you as a financial come up as a bad thing, because, you still have to survive. And I mean, like, we ain't in the bushes doing hunting animals and all that craziness. So, I mean, it kind of has to find its place in our current lifestyle, in our current climate. So when I see folks, and they're like honest with themselves and more transparent with their constituents and their supporters, I like that. It's like, dude, I'm letting you know right now, I do it for the finances, but I'm not defined by that. That's fine. That's like, when I go to work, I don't, and I speak to my boss. I know he don't think I'm here because I love this job. You know what I mean? Like, oh, this is such an amazing job, and I do it for free. I like this one job, this one dude, man. And sometimes, and this is no blow to like Caucasians. As a matter of fact, I ain't gonna lie. Some Black Asians that be doing this too. And they be talking about, I would do this for free. I'm like, bullshit, because your salary don't define that. You out here making 6 figures. There's no way and I'm gonna believe you gonna do something for free. You know what I'm saying? Like, so people say that, like, I'll do it for free, and I wouldn't really like share it with you, because at the end of the day, like I said, we're still like human species, we still gotta survive. So if I put you on, it's because I see potential, but I'm just not about, especially if it's a good come up, immediately putting on like the whole world to just make the competition a little bit harder. Especially if it's something that I ain't really good at. So I hear a lot of people talking, and it's just like, it's just, I don't know, it's just starting to say things, and it's like, how do you even, like, I can't even really put the things how I hear it. I really can't translate it to you guys. But it's just kind of funny, because it's just like, damn, like, you're so serious about something that you say you're not serious about. And then when someone presents you with something that, all right, if you're not serious about it, why don't you, if you ain't serious about, like, all right, well, someone say, like, fishing. This dude's fishing, right? And he's like, well, I just do this for fun. I ain't really trying to, like, do anything, but you got all these expensive lures and all these craziness. And I'm like, yeah, I bet. If you're not that serious about it, then let me get some of these lures for free. Because, I'm serious about it, and I want to save bread. They're like, well, I can't do it for free. Then, bro, you serious. It's okay. It's okay to be honest to yourself and to be honest with people who you want to support you, because when you think about it, at the end of the day, you want people to, like, Obi, no. Obi. Obi. What are you doing? Hershey, go away. Obi, what are you doing? What are you doing? What's wrong with you, dog? Look at you. Oh my gosh. I think we have to, like, move around, because it's like, I don't even know how you get in trouble in the middle of nowhere. Look, come on. I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know what's going on with these dogs. But how do you, like, regardless of what I just said, because I can't really go back and bring it back to recollection. I just think that it's serious. Like, you gotta, like, do things and understand that it's a give and take type relationship. And a lot of people don't do that, nor do they really acknowledge that that's how how life is and give constructive like criticism. Like, and where are the mentors at? Because nowadays I'm hearing you got to even pay for a mentor, a mentor. Obi, no, Obi. All right, we got to move because Obi about to make me get a charge. He's out here trespassing. Look, he's like, I don't even know what's over there. I ain't gonna sit here and lie to you. Obi, I'm leaving. Obi, I am leaving. Obi. All right. All right, play it. Keep playing if you want. Sad part is, I prefer Obi over Hershey. So, not the one that I kind of wanted to lose. Oh, you can hear. Look at. Well, now you can hear. You know, I don't get that. And you know, Obi, stop going places. Hey. All right, we're going this way then. No, we're not going that way, Hershey. It's actually really warm over here. Yeah, like nowadays, if people want to have someone like give them some type of guidance, it costs money, and it's, if you ain't got the money, you kind of screwed. You don't have friends. You don't have friends anymore. We don't make friends. We don't have mentors. There's a lot of real people out there, but you would never really get to know them because it's like people have the idea of friendships that they want, and they lack the ability to extract. It was cold over here. To extract qualities that they might see in other people, just even if it's just one qualities that they might see in other people that might benefit them, and then in turn reciprocate that by giving some form of level of inspiration to other folks, things that they just might not know. Failing to acknowledge that, you know, life is a learning experience and not everyone's gonna get it right all the time. That's the world we live in right now. So back in the days when you used to have people just trying to look out for your best interest, you took it for granted. I was one of those people too. And you're like, man, genuine people are just so hard to find because it's like, how do you really even know? You don't even, it's a risk really you got to take on your own anyway because you don't even know if someone's being genuine or not. But I mean, hey, why do you guys? No, Obi, really? Obi, get over here. It's only mud. Yeah, but you want to take a shower, take a bath, and you can't even find him. He's mad at everything. Anyway, don't drink that. Don't drink that. Hey, don't drink it. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm like so distracted. I told you these dogs are expensive, and then when they get sick, forget about it. Don't forget about it. Veterinarians are not cheap. If I could have took any profession, that probably would have been it. I did not know that people cared about the animals so dang much and would pay so much money to keep them alive, even if the vet is completely wrong. Oh, they got some deers. Yeah, I missed them. Hey, no, Obi. Obi. Hershey now. Oh, there they go. Off chasing deers. I got something for them deers though. Look at that. Look. Ooh, that 380 is gonna take a couple to take one down, but if it took him down, but we ain't killing nothing with that. You went all the way over there? Oh, you know, I don't even care. I don't even know why I'm sitting here trying to talk to these animals. Point is, you never know the good old days until they're gone. I wish I knew when I was in them, I take my pictures and I record more stuff because a lot of information that I might have gotten from back in the days, I done forgot. I was a young child too, man. I mean, like people put me on. All that information is just like gone. All that information is like gone. Nowadays, everyone's so specific. Like they got niche knowledge, like not overall life knowledge. They don't really know much about what's going on, other than like something specific in their field. Like now, it's like everyone now hones in on a certain logic. Like if someone's into fashion, don't ask them anything else. That's all they're doing is fashion. Don't ask them about finances. Don't ask them, even if they have a functioning business, don't ask them how. Where's Obi? Oh. You notice a one trend here in this video is that he's the only one that's always wet. He's always the one running by himself from somewhere he shouldn't be. That's my fault. I haven't trained him in a minute, and I just feel like he done lost his mind. If someone's into knives, forget about it. Don't ask them. Into watches, that's all they know. That's all they're willing to share, really. I don't know if that's all they know, but that's really all that these people are willing to share with you. So you kind of, instead of having like a sort of a jack of all trades, no pun intended, you kind of have like to make a whole bunch of, you have to meet a whole bunch of people in order to get like an ounce of knowledge. It's ridiculous. I don't judge them though, because it's like these things you don't even know you're doing it. Because as life progresses, but as life goes on, you realize that, especially when you get older, you realize like not one person don't really know everything, and nowadays if they don't know everything, they wouldn't even share a little bit because they don't want to be sued or held liable. People think they got money like that to be sued. Like I tell you, you give me advice, and I follow it because it's just something that I heard, and then you think I'm gonna sue you because it failed miserably. They look a lot bigger from over here. Can you see them? That's all we ask, though. That's all you can ask for, to be true. But the thing is, sometimes your imperfections can help other people grow, as long as you acknowledge that you're not perfect and you're willing to share it. The thing is, people will share a lot of things about their lifestyles, you know, to be be flashy, but you never really have the deep conversations, you know. Like even when you were younger in the schoolyard, when they had schoolyards and like recess, you can have deep conversations with your friend, and your friends ain't know nothing. They ain't have the knowledge, but they have the critical thinking skills that you can be like, you know, I heard such and such and they said something. But, you know, as you got older, you was like, man, they were wrong, and you ain't holding it for them. Nowadays, people lack the critical thinking part, and then they only want to share mindless things. Like, everything is superficial. And sometimes, you know, people like, like negative criticism, like people really can't take, like it's fine, like it hurts sometimes, and it can put you in a weird, funky feeling. But I mean, like, the fact of the matter is, it's the truth. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm low-key afraid of dares. Because them things are a lot bigger in real life than they are on like television. So I'm like, hey, I don't want these like dogs provoking these dares, because where there's female dares, there's male dares. And I ain't got 380. A 380 and a Benchmade, so yeah, ain't nobody doing no damage to these animals. Obi, Hershey, bring it back. I wish I had better dogs though, for real. They just don't listen. Sometimes I'm walking, between me and you, I'll be walking. And I was like, if they don't return, I wouldn't be sad. I'll be concerned. but I wouldn't be too sad because they're so hard-headed. And Obi's a ringleader. Hershey used to be the ringleader. Now Obi's the ringleader because he's always running off, trying to do something. And the funny part is, he ain't even got no testicles. So I don't even know where this disobedience is coming from. I thought that came from testosterone. He ain't even got no testosterone. He's not even masculinely toxic. And then it's like they could hear me when I get too far. Or they don't hear me, and then they're like, okay, I gotta come back. And then I gotta deal with this whole yelling at dog things or calling into the ether for animals. Anyway, I just kind of miss those things though. Like just people being genuinely honest with you, creating real friendships, you know, that aren't so fragile. Like I remember I had friends who stole money from me, and you know, we were still friends. It was messed up, but it was like family. Like, you know, if you have a sibling who stole something from you, are they no longer your sibling? Now, you might not vibe with them or rock with them the same way, especially if they're like a pathological thief and they don't acknowledge that they're stealing. You know, they have some type of level of accountability. You know, you can get past the fact that they're a thief because now you know that and they know you know. They're not going to change, but they know you know that they're a thief. Nowadays, everybody on some like superhuman thing. Like they don't know wrong. They can only hang out with a certain type of folk, and I'm just like, even if you know that some of these people have a persona, they'll still hang out with them because again, clout, you know. And then even if you know, because we all know like certain rappers, it's just a lifestyle. It's like it's not a lifestyle really. It's a persona. Like there's this caricature of what they want to be. Like we know this. And we will support celebrities who are willingly deceiving you. But like, if your friend lies to you about something, you're like, it's the worst thing in the world. It's so stupid. So dumb. And then you kind of spread the narrative like, I don't really rock with AO because, you know, he lied to me. So, everyone, your job lied to you. Media might lie to you. Like, that's not unique to AO. You know what I mean? Like, it's not unique for me. It's not unique for you. Everybody lie. It's just how much do you respect the person you're lying to? If you want a relationship with them and you're constantly lying to them, then you stay in a relationship. It might be toxic right now, but you never know. Now, if it's to the point where, like I said, abusive, and like really weird, like you know your tolerances. I can't tell you, but I have friends that I know just be fronting all day, but I love them. They good people. They just have a problem. You know what I mean? Now I ain't gonna sit here and like to the point where it's like toxic and criminal, like you know, destructive. Then I'm like, all right, well, can't really hang out with them like that. And I'd be honest with them and let them know that's how they could get some type of self-improvement. Get out the water, Hershey. Hershey, get out the water. Y'all hear that? That's ridiculous. I'm about to take them back to the house. I just want to thank y'all, by the way, for rocking with me and these little rants. Because these videos really have nothing to do with my channel, like what I advocate for and like what I typically do videos on. It's quite random indeed. But I think that it's the random things that kind of make who you are. It's not so much what people know you for. So thank you, I appreciate it. I really do. You know what I'm saying? Because when I'm on my videos, when I'm doing other videos, I don't really feel the need to talk about things like this because I'm lazy. I'm lazy, and I like what I do, but I just like to share stuff with people, really, and just my perspective. Because in all honesty, certain things I just, hey, where you going? Where you going? Do we live that way? They like both of them are walking down the path like they live up there. You should have seen there was a puppy that came in the other day. These dogs were so scared. Anyway, so I was just thinking, y'all, I appreciate you for rocking with me. And then I just want to just continue to say that I think that, I mean, if you know, you know. Because like I said, it's not all 100%. It's like it's not an all or nothing, what's the word? Situations when what I'm talking about. But it's just something that I think we should kind of be a little bit more present in what we're doing. Because at the end of the day, too, if you knew that you had the opportunity, I think I'm gonna die if I go in here, to kind of change someone's life for the better. I don't even know what's in here. You don't think about these things on a day-to-day basis because, you know, life is busy. But I do, especially when your job is really, there you go. Hey, come on, come on, come in. Oh, there they go. Anyway, no, Hershey, why are we underneath there? Dogs are so brave. They do things that I just can't even imagine doing. Things that I'd probably do if I was a child, like going underneath a dirty old gazebo, I want to call this. Never do that as an adult. You just never know. You see what I'm saying? You can hear him, right? There's Hershey, but where's Obi? That dog is so annoying. I got kids. I don't even need to deal with this right now. Yeah, we just want to be more cognitive in like our relationships with people, and I think that that's something that requires, like, mental power. That makes sense. Mental power. Like you can't just like live your life without no accountability because for the most part, a lot of the issues that we're having today, I feel like it's a lack of social responsibility that kind of created it. Um, and I love my parents and all of my and for people I might have grown up with, but no one kind of gave me any information that I can use to thrive. And it's always a reset. So I'm trying to be different for my children in a sense, like kind of give them more options. And I think that a lot of people should do that because there's just so much creativity in this world. And I think it's being belittled or what's the word? Ignored because people who have good qualities people are afraid to share their good qualities with people because they don't know how it's going to be received. Like it's always about like being popular. I mean, we've been brainwashed so badly as far as the media is concerned, and not just like the news. I'm talking about like TV shows. That lately it's all about how do we impress people, even though people say that that's not what they live for. Even though people say that's not what they live for, society's always changing. Because I remember a time where, weaves weren't a thing, and now weaves are. You know what I mean? Like, there's a time where being overweight wasn't a thing, and now it's a thing. So things change, and sometimes the people who had to deal with that transition don't receive it well. They don't receive it well, and they end up becoming crazy, and now they gotta like navigate themselves through a changing society, and they have all these emotions. These things shape us. I ain't gonna say here and lie. Like rejection shapes you. Acceptance shapes you. Things you might have been rejected for that people are being accepted for today could be kind of weird seeing folks. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, all right, boom, I'm a big guy, and back in the days, that's all you would hear. Like, oh, Daniel, he's a big guy. He's the big guy. You know what I'm saying? And now there's a movement where, I don't think it qualifies. Exactly. Exactly. I like that. Yeah, I like that. Y'all can see the chat. JH1. But who how do these are things like a lot of people have to cognitively look for too. Like they have to go out there and in a like finding themselves. But and then when you find yourself too, you can't ignore other people because that kind of contradicts the whole point of finding yourself. You can't be a better person for you because that doesn't make any sense. I know a lot of people that's not like don't think about it like that, but how you interact with the world, becoming self-centered isn't it? You know what I'm saying? So you can't say, oh, you know, if I'm trying to find myself, it's so I can help other people, more or less. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't mean I'm gonna accept what other people throw at me, but it's just like, you know, no one really tells you this when you're a child. You know, just like, okay, go out there and get a degree, and then you're like, okay, let's say under that premise, they get a degree, and you're like, all right, well, I want to be an actor, and they'll be like, well, there ain't no money in acting. I'm like, but I want to do that. It's for you to kind of figure out where Hershey, hey, Hershey. All right, I think they're tired, man. We about to take it. I'm just trying to wear them out. But it's what was I saying? Anyway, you have to try to figure out like how can you create a good person out of what the world's been throwing at you, and that's kind of what when someone says that they're trying to find themselves, it's more like find yourself in this crazy world, and how can you kind of change it to be a better experience for the future, because you know you can't do anything about the past, and people are who they are, and people do change, you know, but drastic changes can have like drastic results. So in a sense, you got to just kind of work with the people who you can help, and hopefully in the future they can go and help other people better than you. You know, so that's why I always looked at YouTube as a thing where it's just like the good old days where it was just like, okay, well, they're taking a risk and they're doing things that are different, and look at this dog. Every time we come here, it's like I don't even care. Obi, it's always you. I don't even like walking with two dogs. I ain't gonna sit here and lie with you. Normally I take one at a time because no matter where I go, they always find trouble. They always find trouble. Anyway, I just want, and then you know, and then when it comes like to your experience, and even if you don't have children, you could do this for other people and their children. Just kind of be the uniqueness that we're always looking for, instead of just creating a society where you started off being original, but then it's just like everyone kind of started doing the same thing. And it's hard, like I said, because it requires real, like, you actually have to try, because it's easy to just follow stuff and then go with the wave of whatever's going on, but it's very difficult for you to kind of create your own out of essentially the chaos. You know, especially even when you go to school, because trust me, they teach you to conform. Like not just with not just with your major, but also with like everything. There's a core curriculum that you have to take when you go to school. Now, bear with me, right? It has nothing to do with your degree. My degree was rocks. I need math. And I'm like, you're what's good, Carbon? You're and it's this way that they brainwash you to think that there's only one way to really kind of get to the end game or the results. You know what I'm saying? I remember too, people be like, every time I see someone, I say to them, yo, pick up your camera and get on YouTube. I don't even care what you're talking about. Zach was good. I don't even care what you're talking about. Get on the camera and put whatever out there. Put your mind out there. Because you know what? It's a process. It's a growing process. And it might be hard now, but you don't know who you can inspire in the future. And if you kind of want to have a future that you're proud of, you know, you got to kind of put your little bit of 2 cents in. You know, the thing is, again, with these dogs, I don't know how people react because they're kind of big and they got like the white eyes, and a lot of people be thinking they're like shelter dogs or some type of weird So either they're gonna shoot them or kidnap them or dog nap them, and I don't like any of those options. And they're young and dumb, so they do young and dumb things. So I'm always kind of having, Obi, Hershey. Good girl. Come here. Is that Obi or Hershey? Oh, it's Hershey. Good girl. Sit. All right. All right. That was it. That was it. Go. All right. Get out of here. Go. Go. Guys. Go. Bye. It's too late, Obi. There is no snacks for you. Get out of here. Go. Guys. Please leave. Hershey. All right. I got it. Look. Get out of here. I tell everyone to pick up a camera and just put something online because it's actually a history of your thought and your pride. Now, you can put it anywhere, really. It doesn't really matter. You can put it everywhere because that is an option. But the fact of the matter is, a lot of people, they have a lot to offer and like bring out there, and they can do it in their own little way. But it never hurts to really just put that little bit of history of you out there. I was watching buddy, he had some videos of his like what he did in Balad or Iraq, and I was just like, he did a collage. He like finally did a collage of all the things that he's seen, and I was like, bro, it took you like 10 years to share this. It's dope, you know, but 10 years ago that would have been really dope to see. You know, YouTube existed a long time, and it's just like, you know, regardless of what people think, you know, it's still you at the end of the day. You know, I wish I could put everything online, to be honest with you, but the way that the world works, it's just that it won't, even if majority of people accept it, all it takes is one, and then they can win a good thing, which is why we're currently in the situation that we're in right now. A lot of censorship and a lot of, wait, how's your foot so dirty? Guys, no more food. I have no food. Please go, Hershey. First of all, you're really dirty, so don't even come next to me. Go. Obi, please leave. Go. Go. I'm sorry, guys. I'm serious. Guys, all right. Look, here you go. Hey. Ooh. Go get it. Go get it. So, yeah, I remember when they were little too. They were so much more tolerable. Now they're not. You finished that stuff already? I don't know. I just really wish that a lot of people be just more like present, I guess. It helps. Because that's something that I struggle with too. And so when I see other folks doing like anything really, and then that raw footage, I just appreciate it. And it's inspiring. You know, and it's like I said, in the world where it's hard to even find like mentors or anything like that, sometimes it's cool to just get some little nuggets just from random people who are inspiring just by doing their everyday things. And it kills me because, like I said, a lot of people, I think like 99% of, all right, not 99, 95% of the people out there are very talented in their own way. And sometimes it's not something that I might be looking for all the time, but sometimes it's good to just see a little bit, you know, of like their talent. Like sometimes it's something you need at the moment, you know, like things you don't really think about, like knitting, computer programming. But now apparently the whole world is saturated with a whole bunch of goofiness, which is funny. But you ever have the feeling that things could be like, it's just too much funny stuff online and not enough like knowledge? It's like every time you're seeing something, it's just foolishness. Like people dancing. Exactly. But nowadays, like people just everyone's what gets promoted It's just the foolishness, and it's sort of kind of, and you know, we gotta understand, like I was speaking on earlier. Everything you see becomes a part of you, regardless if you want it or not. Or violence. Well, they cut back on the violence more because now it's just mindlessness. Sometimes I don't really wish for the violent stuff, but I remember that era. Nowadays, it's just people doing stupid dances and talking about just, and then you end up you're online now, and you wake up in the morning and you're just like, that's all you see, and then after a while, you just start thinking to yourself like, you know, I'm not saying you're gonna do it or gossip, yeah. Like you either find yourself talking about these things, or people make weird things popular, like yeah, like weird things, man. And it's like what I'm ultimately saying is it becomes a part of your character, even if you don't act on it, but mentally that stuff gets stored in your mind because your mind just downloads. It has nothing to do all day, but just download all this stuff, and how you use it really depends on the concoction that you make out of the whole situation. So and that's all that's really promoted at the end of the day. And nowadays, you see a lot of people is it's kind of gimmicky. Like everyone's looking for a laugh or something weird, man. It's kind of hard to find anything serious online, more or less. You know, because then if it's serious, it's gonna be kind of like funky. You know, like kind of niche serious. Like okay, I can't explain it, but it's kind of weird to watch. Like okay, this is good. All right, like oh, a good one is too. Like I'm online too because you know I do like a lot. I search a lot of like science things. So they got this guy called the Dentist. You know, it's not paid advertising or anything like that, but just a good example. He's a dentist, and I was gonna become a dentist, and like, so I used to watch videos of people like just getting surgery in their mouth or whatever. But this dude just does videos making fun of people who made terrible decisions um, with their oral hygiene, and the content is pretty good. And while they could put like something more constructive out there, it's just like it's a joke. They even got the army guy. That's all it is a joke. And I don't even look for these things, to be honest with you. It's just like I might be looking at army videos, and then all of a sudden, every army video I see is about just soldiers clowning around, and I'm just like, you know, like okay, yeah. The dentist comes through, and he's supposed to be a functioning dentist. He put PhD and everything in their names or whatever, and then it's just them goofing on people who made dumb decisions. They got the other one who's a plastic surgeon, and what are you guys looking at? He's always goofing off too. Yeah, and I ain't mad at it, but like all his videos are really like that, and this is supposed to be a profession in my mind, and I was just like, man, that's what the world has come to. And then, but it works, it works, and he's like kind of popular, and then at the same time, I'm like, I bet if people want to be goofy, you know, it's pretty tempting. I ain't gonna sit here and lie to you because it's like, all right, well, you could be goofy with anything, and if that's the come up, sometimes I'll be like, is it worth it? But then I just can't do it. I think these dogs are finally like tired. They're like laying down and stuff like that. So, I think I'm gonna take it down. That's it. This was just a random post, really. I really had nothing to talk about, more or less. I mean, I have stuff on my mind, but it has nothing to do with, again, my channel. So, you know, I appreciate y'all for rocking with me again. Like I said, I'm about to just head out because I kind of have to go do some, well, I have to go to, like, for a walk with the family or something like that. Um, and then I gotta go to work. So, I'm gonna have to holler at y'all another time, run back to the house, feed these dogs. Actually, I gotta get them food because I'm feeding them the last of their food. But before I go, again, I'm gonna say this. I have no problem with clout. That's literally how we got to this point. You know what I mean? Becoming a content creator is more of a clout move in my mind too, because it's sort of like it was laughed at one point, but now people see you can make bank on it. So there's a level you can take it. You could take it too far. And I feel like, you know, a lot of these like TikTok dancing videos is where clout as being like extreme. But I think that sometimes that inspired people to kind of share their mind with the world, like the clout movement, because it's like, okay, well, I'm on this live kind of because of clout, more or less. Nah, not it's not like I'm trying to copy anyone else, but I don't really like walking with dogs. So I was like, if I come out here, if I'm in the middle of doing stuff, I like to just put a little live out there. Get out of here. Go. Go. Hershey. Go. Go away. Hershey, please leave. Breathing all heavy and spitting everywhere. All right. This is a bad practice, by the way, if you have dogs. If you want your dogs to leave you alone, giving them food is not the way to go about it. Get out of here. So I don't really knock that kind of stuff. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. There's good things that come off of that too, like I feel like college, going to college was a clown move, but it's a good way. It's like a lot of people were like, okay, they figure they go to school, they're gonna get a degree. So it's a very broad term in my opinion, but that's just my opinion. It might be specific for other people, so I don't want to take that from them. And the way that you are saying it is correct, because at this point, it's gotten to the point where it's kind of toxic. You know what I mean? And it's kind of creating a lot of mean people in this world. But what can I say? I'm about to take it down. I appreciate all of you. Um, Before you guys go, you can probably hit that like, help me out, and you know, kind of give me some purpose whenever I do walk these dogs and do the lives, because not the like part. Let's come in and watching the video. Yeah. So I'm gonna take it down. I appreciate all of y'all. Hopefully I could do this again, maybe next week, because tomorrow is Sabbath, so I really can't do it. Sunday I'll probably be working on Sunday. Probably. I don't think it, but probably gonna be working on Sunday. So until the next one, I guess I'll see y'all later. One.